DOGE that I am completely aligned with what Elon's doing. And everyone says, well, do you have to do it so fast? Do you have to do it? Like I said, I've only been in this business for 7 weeks. I've only been in D.C. for 8 weeks. But the thing I can tell you is if you don't move fast, the vested interest will weigh you down.
Totally.
Like the quicksand will come up, or
the claws get
the claw. Yeah, everybody's got lobbyists. Everybody's got. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Within a 10-mile radius of here, 25% of the GDP of the U.S. pulsates through here.
Pulsates
every day.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to just skim a little. I said to Elon, we were in a meeting, and I said, people are mad at you because you're moving their cheese. And he goes, it's not their cheese. It's the American people's cheese.
100%. Right. Every dollar spent goes into someone's pocket, and that person's going to fight tooth and nail to get that dollar to keep flowing into their pocket. And it's a very, there is no winning in Elon's role. There's every single time he takes action, there are people that are going to come after him, that are going to come after the administration. There's no and obviously gets recast, reclassified in the media as being something different, but there's nothing but downside as you make these changes to individual organizations that participate. And then it takes a while for the flow of that money to find its way, or those individuals to find their way back into the productive private economy. That's where I think there's a big gap and a big challenge in the perception of the actions that are going on with the changes right now, is everyone sees the cuts, but they don't see the benefits. And that's 9 months, 12 months, 15 months down the road. And that's a really hard thing to reconcile for most.
Yeah, and I'd say there are a couple of things, too, is one, everyone's hearing cuts, and they think their government services.
That's right. That's right.
And they're not. I keep saying it's the Department of Government Efficiency, not government extinction, not government elimination. Right. And can we make it run much better with fewer people, with fewer costs? And I don't want to demonize any of these federal employees, because I tell you, in this building, I've been so impressed with the quality of the people. I would have hired them in my private firm. They are great public servants. I need to stay for the weekend. I need a 25-page memo in 72 hours. Super high quality. I actually think when all this is done, there will have been two big savings. One will have been on these contractors.
Sure.
Totally. We were just talking about this.
We were with Elon just now.
We were just with Elon in the West Wing.
An incredible stat. He said, I'm not going to name the firm so that I don't want to, but he said this one organization gets 98% of their revenue.
I was in the newspaper, so we can say it. It's Booz Allen.
Exactly.
So we were talking about this, and then we were going through the numbers on the other firms, and it's just the whole thing.
It's shocking.
What kind of risk management is that, by the way?
Yeah.
Right.
But it tells you that they didn't manage the risk.
That's right.
Tells you how entrenched they believe they were,
and how good it is for them,
and how good it is.
You're absolutely right.
And the way the grift works, you can only have 6-month contracts, but there are people who have had 46-month contracts.
Incredible.
They've been in situ for 20 years.
Incredible.
And it's this whole.
I'm so happy there is transparency and visibility into this. If for nothing else, the administration providing this level of insight and data, I think, is so important for taxpayers and individuals in this country to see, to recognize, and importantly to understand just how much of this grift is going on.